So we are headed to Schooner Key.
Got all the sails up. Have a beach bonfire tonight.
Hey there, I'm Kelsey, that's Tim, and this is the story of our adventure. Life is fleeting, and we want to squeeze every bit out of it. We are wandering the world, so home is a bit of a moving target for us. We love finding the random, the remote, and sharing it all with you. So subscribe to get lost with us and hopefully find some inspiration to go after your own dreams. Welcome back to this episode.
Last week we left you in Governor's Harbor where we found some fresh veggies and refilled our propane.
And even found some ice cream.
Most importantly.
Now we're ready to go somewhere a bit more remote.
All right, so we are headed to Schooner Key. We're going to meet our buddies David and Kendra there. They're the ones we've been kind of buddy boating with and diving with a bit. They left yesterday, and one of the reasons was the wind's light today. So that is a cool thing with catamaran. It's only 8 to 9 knots of wind, and we're doing 8.3 knots speed over ground, or 9.2 boat speed. Crazy fast for us in such light winds, but man, it's great because it's just behind the beam, so it's kind of the perfect angle for the asymmetrical to do its job. But we've got everything up currently. We're coming in from the north, and I guess it's a bit more shallow. So another good reason they left yesterday is they're going to come in from the south because they draw a bit more than us. We are 1 hour past high tide right now. By the time we're getting through this sandbank, we might be an hour and a half past high tide, which isn't too bad. I just didn't want to get anywhere near this north route to Schooner Key at low tide or near low tide. So I think we're going to be good. Everyone has said you don't trust the charts when you go to Schooner Key. You trust Google satellite view, and you follow that because the sandbanks move, and the most accurate is going to be your eyes. So Kelsey will be up on the bow looking in the water on Google Earth. So it's just a little nerve-wracking to go through such a shallow area. It looks like a beautiful spot, though. I just can't believe how good of a sail this has been with 8.8 knots of wind, and we're doing 8.8 boat speed. So 8.9 boat speed with 8.8. Like, we're exceeding the true wind speed, at least on our boat speed. So we probably have a little current with us, but yeah, wow. Such a fun thing to have that sail up. It's so nerve-wracking, though. But once it's up and you don't feel like it's going to backwind and wrap itself around the spreaders, it's fun.
Got all the sails up.
So we are in the little cut now, so I'm just sitting up front visually to make sure that we don't see anything super shallow or concerning, and then also looking at like the Google Earth view of everything. And then Tim has Google Earth up as well as the charts, which are apparently not as accurate like he said. But yeah, so we're just taking all the caution. We pulled the sails in except for the jib, which is just helping us push us along a little bit, and then we have both engines on for as much control as we can if we need it. So just being extra cautious. We only have about 4 miles of this, I think, so it's not super far, but I can see the island, so we're close. It's funny, as we get closer to our little island, which is just there, lines up here, my mind keeps thinking they're telephone poles. They're just contrails, but in my mind, that's what my brain keeps going. Oh my gosh, watch out for the... That's not what that is. But almost there.
So this was a bit of a nerve-wracking sail. We had to get into this little channel and wind our way down and stay in the deepest portion, and we had to go over a sandbar just to get into the channel. And it's one thing if you fully trust charts, but we've learned it was definitely one that we were watching and waiting for any bad noises.
Yeah, and as we were coming up north into our little anchorage, we caught 2 fish at exactly the same time. Unfortunately, they were both barracuda.
Yes.
And barracuda here are known to have ciguatera, so we don't want them.
Yep.
They're also stinky and slimy and have crazy big teeth.
Giant vampire-looking teeth. And so we've been catching a lot of barracuda.
Yeah.
If you have any tips on how not to catch barracuda, let us know because we've become experts, unfortunately.
Yeah. Anyways, we made it into the anchorage safely, and we could not wait to explore.
We are doing tour day schooner.
Yeah. Decided to get off the boat one time.
There's Goose, Moonshine, and then snorkeling along are Dave and Kendra. And this island's so small, we figured we'd just walk around it, see the whole thing. It's wild to see a bed of pine needles and a palm tree.
It's a real sponge.
Oh yeah, that definitely is. That could totally be used as a sponge.
I wonder how you do it. Do you just like cut them into a shape then?
I guess. Yeah, you could take a section of it if you want. Sponge. What a cool little island.
Yeah, it was awesome. I love wandering the beach, finding little treasures. And by the way, I was able to make a little sponge out of the sponge that I found, and it's great for exfoliating. So I was very happy with that.
Yes. So we ended the day with some sundowners with our friends on the bow of Goose.
That sunset just kept getting better. What a good day.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. The next day we were keen to do some spearfishing, and so we hopped into the dinghies and headed out. We quickly realized it was going to be a bit of a drift dive because the current was ripping.
Yeah. Good morning. We are gonna go check out what is around our little anchorage here. And it's kind of a sandbar that we're in, so we're gonna try to get outside that and see what there is. There's Tim.
Woohoo! So we've got Kelsey on depth checking duty with our short spear. Just kind of feeling along. Still a couple of feet though, yeah? I think that little coloration change is going to be the shallow where we might have to walk it, but we got the engine kicked up a little. And at least if we do hit, it's just sand, which is nice. 1.5 feet. Okay.
Made it past the sandbar. Currents are ripping right now.
Yeah. So we just drift diving along. There's really nothing. I did see one school of good looking fish, but they're actually swimming against the current and there's no hope. It's probably a 3-knot current, something like that.
Yeah, just ripping through this cut.
Yeah, you dive down, try and keep up with them, and they just whoosh up the current. So We'll try the other side of this cut. This is the cut we came in yesterday in, so we know it's about, what was it, about 15 to 19 feet.
Yeah, depending on where we
But it's nearly high tide, so I feel like where I'm at here is more than 20.
Yeah, I think it was actually more than 20.
Yeah, you're right.
here.
There were times when it was 30.
And they got a little shallower. We got that way first.
The current was actually kind of frustrating for trying to hunt.
Yeah, we quickly learned that if you saw something beneath you or certainly behind you, it's way too late.
Yeah.
So you learn to really look far ahead and plan and go, okay, that rock might have something. I'm going to dive now. And next thing you knew, you were on top of it.
Yeah, you were just flying. It was crazy. So we would jump in, float with the dinghy, get back in the dinghy, motor against the current, and move over just slightly, drift out, and we did that again and again until we found a pretty good spot.
Yeah, once we found our perfect spot, we went ahead and anchored both dinghies, and we were able to use the dinghy to take a little break after you're exhausted trying to keep up with the current, and then you dive down, hold on to a rock, and just kind of hang out looking for something to spear.
And luckily, by then, the current had lessened just a little bit,
Yes.
so it wasn't quite as crazy.
As we were tiring out, the current was slowing, thankfully.
It was awesome.
Alan.
Barjack.
Nice. There's your catch. One of them.
Yeah, one of them. Got a barjack, black grouper, schoolmaster, and then what, 4? Tom?
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, so we got food for several days. Pretty nice looking white meat.
Yeah, that's an awesome fillet.
Yeah,
Very good, very good.
very good.
Mmm. Like, who would eat that, right?
So gross.
It's delicious, but disgusting looking.
Well, we finished cleaning all the fish in the conch, and it has hit me how exhausted I am. It was really, really fun, and there were so many fish out there. It was super cool. We even saw a little nurse shark, and yeah, just a bunch of stuff. But I am tired. It is a lot of work to clean all the fish that you get, but worthwhile. What a good day. I don't know what we're going to do for the rest of the day, but I might need to take a nap.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, we got a lot of food out of it, but you get back in the boat and just that fighting the current, to stay in one spot.
It's a
You're
lot of
dead.
effort.
But that, as soon as we found the right coral head, it was actually quite easy
There
to
were
get a lot
so
of
many
food.
fish, yeah.
But it was interesting that we did, how many drops do you think we did?
Probably 7 or something before we finally found kind of a better spot to
And then
go
the
to.
one drop where we literally started up here and went past, that was probably, that was an hour of us in the water.
Yeah.
And then once we found a better area, it took 7 drops, and finally there was 2 big coral heads, and that's where we saw the shark and everything else, tons of fish, and you went, okay, this, we just need to stay here and kind of make little trips to go and get fish. But it was
Totally.
awesome.
Yeah.
Exhausting.
Good day.
Good
Tired.
day. Very tired. Even though we were pretty exhausted, it was a perfect opportunity for us to hang out with our friends and cook up our catch.
We are on the hunt for some wood. We're gonna have a beach bonfire tonight. See if we get eaten alive by the bugs. I've heard they're sort of bad here, so we'll see. But we're trying to find some wood right now. Trying to make our way into the middle of the island, which so far I've not found a good path. We'll see. We decided to move to the island because it was too buggy. Well, this island, a little sand spit, because that was getting pretty buggy over there. So this seemed like a good idea. Not bad, not bad.
what a day.
Yeah, that was an amazing spot to hang out and cook up some food. We even avoided the bugs by being out on that island, and clean up was super easy since the tide would come in and wash our campfire away.
Yep. But that's it for this episode, so join us next week as we head to the Exumas.
Yes, I can't wait. And thank you so much for watching. As always, we'll see you next week.
See ya.
If I could zoom, you could see in that tree there's, I think, two big ospreys, but I cannot, so you can't see them.